The news hit him like a bolt from the blue. David had lost everything. His career, his fortune, even the security he had built with years of hard work and sacrifice, all gone in an instant. But the reaction of Clara, the woman his family hoped would become his wife, was what really shocked him. If you want to continue following stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now enjoy. David was a young man of 30 with a seemingly perfect life. Raised in a wealthy family in Verona, he had always enjoyed a certain economic and social stability. His paternal grandfather, an influential and respected figure, had founded a construction company that had prospered for decades. When he graduated from a civil engineering degree abroad, everyone expected him to take over the company and carry on the family legacy. Returning to his hometown after years away, he found himself facing a new reality. Verona, with its picturesque alleys and romantic atmosphere, had always been his home, but now it seemed different, almost foreign. Even though he had returned from a brilliant course of studies and a promising career, a strange melancholy enveloped him, like a shadow he couldn't chase away. His birthday had been a special day. He had not wanted to celebrate with big events, but had preferred the tranquility of a coffee in a bar near the main square. It was there that he had met Alice, a young waitress who worked to support herself and her younger sister Eleanor after the tragic death of their parents. Alice was different from all the women David had known until then, simple, genuine, with a smile that radiated a contagious serenity. Their meeting had left an indelible mark on David's heart. There was something about her, a sort of hidden beauty that had struck him deeply. In the days that followed, he couldn't stop thinking about her. He returned to the bar often, looking for any excuse to see her and have a word with her. Yet, there was something that kept him from making a serious move. Clara. Clara was David's secretary, but she was much more. Their families had known each other for years, and David's parents had always hoped that something special could be born between the two. Clara was beautiful, ambitious, and seemingly perfect for him. But despite everything, he didn't feel the spark he had felt with Alice. Every day at the office, he tried to get closer to David. His attentions were obvious, but David remained undecided, torn between his sense of duty towards his family and his true feelings. The situation became complicated when David's grandfather, having learned of the relationship between him and the woman, decided to interfere. He was a man of another time, with a rigid and traditionalist view of life, convinced that a marriage between David and Clara would be ideal to guarantee the stability of the company and unite the two families. He arranged a meeting with David, and there made him a disconcerting proposal. "You must marry Clara. It is the right choice for all of us." But he wasn't convinced. There was too much at stake, and his heart was torn between duty and love. So, his grandfather, in a last-ditch effort to manipulate the situation in his favor, staged a complete loss of David's wealth. The news was devastating for the young man, but the greatest shock came from Clara's reaction. Don't forget to leave a like if you like the story and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. When David told her that he had lost everything, Clara reacted unexpectedly. Instead of being understanding and supportive, she abruptly walked away, showing her true colors. For her, the dream of a luxurious life was more important than love. The disappointment David felt at that moment was indescribable. The woman his family considered the ideal companion had abandoned him at the first difficulty. But as Clara faded from his life, Alice became more and more present. David, still shocked by the events, took refuge in the comfort Alice offered him. She did not judge him for what he had lost, but loved him for who he truly was. When David told her what had happened, Alice looked at him with those sweet eyes she loved so much and said, "It doesn't matter what you have or don't have. You're still the person I fell in love with." That sentence marked a turning point for David. He understood that the true value of life did not lie in wealth or in the expectations of others, but in the people who were beside him in difficult times. David then decided to break all ties with Clara and her family and follow his heart. The next few months were a whirlwind of emotions and changes. David and Alice grew closer and closer, building a new life together. Eleanor, Alice's younger sister, began to see David as an older brother, and their little family found a new and unexpected balance. When David announced to his family that he was going to marry Alice, the reaction was mixed. His grandfather, now aware of the mistake he had made, gave his blessing, while David's parents adjusted to their new reality. The wedding day was an intimate event, far from the luxury and pomp that Clara's family had imagined for him, but it was also the happiest day of David's life. During the final toast, David raised his glass with a smile full of gratitude and happiness. "I didn't choose the easiest life, but I chose the one that makes me happy," he said, looking Alice in the eyes. And in that moment, he knew he had finally found what he had always been looking for. Do you think true love can overcome any obstacle, even family pressure and financial difficulties?